Hello guys and dolls, today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Riri Loves MAC or Rihanna Loves MAC collection that's coming out on Thursday. My feelings on this collection are kind of mixed. I kind of feel like part of me really, loves it, and the part of me that does really love it is mostly loving it for the packaging, and part of me is just kind of like, ugh, so disappointed. So I'm just going to review each item and you'll kind of get a sense of where I'm at with the collection. So the first thing I want to talk about are the Lippy Stickies. So right here I have Who's That Chick, which is a kind of like a metallic orange. This reminds me a lot of CB96, which is another MAC lipstick that's in the permanent range. This is quite lovely though because it has a kind of a pink tone to it, so it's not terrible on me. And then the other lipstick that I was sent is the Talk That Talk, and I don't care for this one very much at all because it's the Retro Matte formula, and that formula just doesn't work with the deeper lipstick, so it ends up looking really patchy on my lips. And otherwise it's a lovely color. In fact, I was super disappointed that it didn't work out because I love the color. I can't believe I almost didn't talk about the packaging. So everything in this collection has rose gold packaging, which is just so lovely. It does kind of hold fingerprints a little bit because it's very metallic, but it's so beautiful. I think it's so mirrored. Like this compact here, you can pretty much see yourself in, which is pretty impressive. They are kind of plasticky feeling, but I'm not surprised because MAC packaging is usually plastic, so it's not like they cheapened it or anything. One thing I think is kind of neat is that even on the insides of the tubes they have a pink instead of just even like a boring silver or something like that. So they actually went that extra mile to do different shades of rose gold and pink, and I just think that's quite cute. So then in that same vein, they have a single lip gloss in this collection, and it's the Riri Woo shade. So they also have a lipstick in this collection, and they had one previously called Riri Woo. And I'm wearing the lip gloss on top of the lip liner in this collection, which is the Pro Longwear pencil, also in Riri Woo. So this is a very bright cherry red. It's incredibly vivid and intense and loud. I really like the gloss. The gloss is a little bit more cool tone compared to the lip liner, and it almost has like a strawberry red kind of look to it. It's very pretty, and again, I love this rose gold packaging. This is probably my favorite item from this collection. Then we have the Riri Woo Pro Longwear lip liner. Now this is good, but okay, so here's my feelings about the Pro Longwear lip liners. I actually worked at MAC when they came out, and I hated them at the time because they're very drying, and so they can kind of pull on the lips, and so I found them very hard to sell to people. And then just for my own personal use, I found long wearing lip liners that don't do that pulling thing, so for me this is like not my favorite. However, that's kind of how I feel about the formula in general, but I actually like this one because I like the color, so I'm willing to put up with the trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face items. The first one is the Riri Loves MAC powder blush. This is in Hibiscus Kiss. I feel like they've had something called Hibiscus Kiss before, but I don't know if it really looked like this. This did have Riri's signature on it, but I touched it with a slightly wet finger, and so it developed the crust on it that powders can get, so that was my bad, so I had to scratch it off in order to be able to use it. And so you have the option to use this as just the bronzer, just the blush. It's kind of hard to get just the blush. You end up kind of getting them mixed most of the time. Now, the other blush in this collection is a regular blush powder. So this is like a very large compact. This is like the traditional size. This is called Bad Girl Gone Good, which I think is kind of a cute play on Good Girl Gone Bad. So this one is a really lovely color, a little on the warm side. I'm wearing it today, and it almost goes a little bit orange on me, which is kind of disappointing. If I was just going to wear it out, I would actually put on a little bit of a pinker blush just to kind of mellow out the color. But overall, I think the texture is really nice. I think the pigmentation is nice. It's not like so intense that you end up with clown cheeks really quickly, but you don't feel like you have to sit there building it for the rest of your life. Now, to be honest, these two products, the color is almost identical. These two mixed together or this one by itself. So you really don't need both. So what you need to kind of decide if you want to get one of these is, do you want the smaller compact that costs less, or do you want the larger compact which is prettier and costs more? So there you go with that. Ooh, I almost broke it. It's all good though. I do think this is really lovely, and I think that this is going to work better for people with a more olive complexion or a more golden complexion than I have, because my skin is so pink and kind of cool tone. Sometimes I can kind of fudge it and wear warmer stuff, but I feel like overall this wouldn't be like a go-to blush for me personally, but that's just more about my skin tone and preference. One face item I am dying for in this collection is the Diamonds Cream Color Base. This is gorgeous. It is a just light beige golden pink. Go ahead and do a swatch of this live for you guys. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. So this is a fantastic highlighting product. You can use this on your eyes, lips, face, wherever. So I really love this. I actually use this on my cheekbones today, a little bit on my nose, a little bit here. And so it gives my skin a nice natural glow. It's not too glittery. And I also use this as an eyeshadow base for the copper color that I'm wearing on my lid, which isn't from this collection. It's from another collection that I'm going to be reviewing soon from another company, but I just wanted to wear those today because I was just feeling like I needed to wear copper eyeshadow today. It was just one of those days. So let's go ahead and move on now to the eye products from this collection. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually for the eyebrows. This is a Velux brow pencil, which I had never tried before. This is a really interesting product. I'm going to have to swatch it over here. It's interesting because it's like a creamy powder pencil. And it has wonderful pigmentation. It has really great blendability, and I need to look into this in other shades because this one is just a little bit too dark for my hair color, a little too warm toned, because my natural brow color is sort of an ash tone, and then as you can see well, you can see some hair dye spots, but my natural hair color is sort of like an ash blonde. So this is not a color that works for me, but I love the texture, I love the quality, and I have to talk once more about the packaging because this is so pretty. I wish that they had done this in a blonde or an ash color or something like that, but sadly they did not. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Point Black Liquid Lash Liner. MAC used to sell these in a whole range of colors, then they discontinued them except for the Point Black, so you can get this in the permanent range. Again, this has the pretty packaging. I personally am not a super big fan of this type of liner because I find it to be very goopy and kind of difficult to work with. It takes a little bit longer to dry than some liquid liners. However, if you have like really oily skin, or if you find that like even the most waterproof eyeliners tend to smudge on you, look into this stuff because it wears like iron. I mean, I'm telling you, it's actually a little difficult to get off at times. So definitely look into this one if you have the oily skin or have the smudgy problems. This one might be for you. Speaking of the smudging problems, this is the Extreme Play Giga Black Lash. This is another product that I really love from this collection. And hold please, as I was saying before, so rudely interrupted by my sweet husband calling me. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. So this is a mascara that I've tried from MAC before, and I have kind of like mixed feelings about it. What I do love about it is that it doesn't smudge. And my number one issue with mascara is it's smudging, and almost all mascaras smudge on me. So to find ones that don't smudge is always, a victory. However, I just I feel like there's other mascaras where I like the wand better. With this one, it has a very, very small wand, and I can take it or leave it. However, with this packaging, I could learn to make it work because I want to carry this around. So I don't want to be an advocate for buying things just for the packaging, but every now and then, I mean, something like this with like the pink and the hot pink and the rose gold, it's just worth it. It's just worth it. So the last thing I have to review for you today is one of the quads. This is the Smoked Cocoa quad. So again, we have the beautiful rose gold packaging. This is the Her Cocoa quad, and in this you get a really bright pearly shimmery color here, which is very similar to like MAC Shroom. You have this one here, which is very similar to MAC's Copperplate eyeshadow. You have this one here that's kind of similar to Black Tide, and you have this one here that's sort of similar to Typographic. Now I don't remember what their working shade names were, but this quad actually, they don't have names, so that's kind of what I'm going with this one. I have mixed feelings. A lot of other bloggers have said that they think that these shadows perform poorly. The only one that I really think performs poorly is this one here, the one that's kind of like Black Tide. Otherwise, I think they don't. I don't think that they perform poorly. I just feel like, well, I literally have all of these colors already, but even if you didn't have all these colors already, it's kind of a boring quad. There's just there's no pizzazz, there's no like oomph, there's no, oh yeah, I really want this quad. I think the majority of the people that buy this quad will buy it just because it's Rihanna or the rose gold packaging. With that said, this one is different from actual Shroom eyeshadow. It's a lot more pearly, it's really nice, so but I mean, who's gonna buy a quad for one shimmery eyeshadow? Copperplate happens to be one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time, but these ones here are just kind of like so-so, and I mean, we all have so many dark gray and black eyeshadows. I kind of feel like for $44, they should have done something a little more exciting, you know, with these quads. I feel like they had an opportunity to create unique colors that would really inspire us to go out and spend our money. I'm sad, but I don't like the quad. I just don't like it. So there you go. That is my review of the Rihanna Loves MAC collection. Please check out my blog for more photos and swatches and all that nice neat junk. And I will see you guys in my next video. Remember to be vintage or tacky. Just be yourself. See you. Bye. I have been getting in the items for my Halloween costume tutorials. They're these really cool like clip-on like feather thingies. You like clip them on to, you know, whatever clothing item that you're wearing. And you wear them like this. This would be so cool for so many different costumes.